Ladies and gentlemen, Capitalise.
Hi everyone, my name is Shahar and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Capitalise. So Google, Facebook, Viv, all just recently announced the new technologies that enable developers to create chatbots limited only by their imagination. And chatbots are the next big thing. We're all going to use them to create and manage everyday activities. You'll be using Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, WeChat, and others to book a car service, order an hotel room. Capitalise is the world's first financial natural language platform, a kind of a chatbot that enables investors to use nothing but their own words in order to completely automate their financial activities. Capitalise technology is a marriage between a sophisticated human natural language bot and a powerful behind-the-scenes platform that can manage endless numbers of algorithms 24/7. So what can you do with Capitalise? Well, just about any financial investment that comes to mind. Take me, for example. I like Starbucks. I like to invest in Starbucks. And I believe that Starbucks is highly correlated with the prices of coffee. In my case, I would text Capitalise, buy 500 Starbucks shares if the price breaks 60 and if the price of coffee futures decrease by more than 1% since the beginning of the week. That's it. That's how easy it is. But what if I don't know what kind of stocks I want to invest in? I could just text, buy the S&P's top 5 most performing stocks since the beginning of the week. Or what if I just want to be notified on an important event? In that case, I can text SMS when Motorola's annual report is released, and if the earnings per share is above $5, and if the price of Motorola jumps more than 2% since the release. That's it. The possibilities are endless. You can base your investment strategies on any kind of data that is out there. Facebook, Twitter activities, even the weather. Like I said, possibilities are endless. Capitalise is like your own personal investment assistant. You just tell him what to do. And to Wall Street, I say, you better watch out because robots are coming, and this time, everyone can use them. Thank you.
And they're apparently also racist.
And they are not racist. Exactly. Wanted to add that.
Judges, any questions?
It's a great idea, but will this really work that you, I want to have whatever the best shares in the market who will give me a return in the next 10 years of 100%?
So this platform is designed for investors and traders who knows what they want to do and they don't have a way to automate it. So we give them a way. The words are like a Lego blocks. Okay, so we give you the Lego. What kind of building you build with it? Only your imagination can take you wherever it wants. But we don't offer you any service, any advice in that respect. So it's up to you, whatever you create, whatever you want to automate.
Any more questions?
What kind of tools have you integrated it with currently?
So in terms of data or in terms of... So we're now integrating with a big financial institution to offer this platform as a solution for their traders and investors, banks and brokers worldwide. In terms of data, we're already connected to, of course, all the market data, real-time, fundamental data, like I said, annual report, quarterly reports, important news, market news event, CPI, unemployment rate, and also Twitter, Facebook, whether any kind of data that is out there, we can connect to it and provide it as the words, and you can use it in your algorithms.
And how do you plan to reach your customers?
So we have 2 business models. The first one
Short answer, please.
Short answer, okay. The main business model, B2B2C, we provide a white label solution for banks and brokers, and we install the platform, and then all their customers can use it.
Thank you. That was a short answer. Thank you again, Capitalise. Could you come back with the microphone, please? Thanks, I kind of need that. So our next startup is eFarmer, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, my name is Michael, and at eFarmer we have developed a tractor navigation app. This app is for tractors. There are 35 million agriculture tractors out there, and only 1 million is equipped with guidance. This is because the majority of farmers are small, and they cannot afford state-of-the-art precision agriculture solutions. Take an example of my friend and German farmer, Andre. He's a dairy farmer operating 100 hectares and 150 milk cows. He automated his farm, he has milking robots, but still his cost of production is 32 cents, while the milk price is 28 cents. So farmers like him are now actively looking for the ways to increase their efficiency. It is especially for these guys we have developed this tractor navigation app that optimizes the tractor route in the field and saves up to 10% of the costs of fertilizers and fuel, while requiring 10 times less capital expenses than our competitor products from Trimble, TJet, and John Deere. It is a 10 billion market opportunity because there are so many small farmers out there. And our company consists of 12 people located at European Space Agency Business Incubation Center, where we were invited to participate to develop this space-borne idea for agriculture. After 2 years of self-funded R&D, we have built an audience of 50,000 farmers all over the world. We have talked to perhaps maybe 5,000 of them. We have developed the app, which is #1 in the world in Google Play for farmers. We have fantastic reviews. We have active user growth of 20% per week. We have paying customers from 20 countries in the world. So it's a huge opportunity and the chance to help smaller farmers to remain in the business. So like my friend, farmer Andre, his family has been running this farm for 600 years. And if he's not efficient, he's risking to lose his estate. Thank you very much.
Hey, can you talk a little bit more about how you integrate with the equipments that farmers already use, like a tractor? I would imagine that there's not a tractor API just yet. How does that work?
We are doing everything on top, so we have a mobile app that connects with Bluetooth to antenna that they just put on top of the tractor.
Right. Okay, so then the antenna communicates to the tractor where it should go?
Yeah, via Bluetooth, yes.
Right. And is there what do you foresee in the future? Are there other things than tractors that you can help optimize? What are your plans in that regard?
Our plans is to create a simple box for farmers that every farmer in the world can use. That includes guidance, auto-steer, and variable rate application, so they can efficiently apply the amount of materials needed for the field. This is the future.
Right. Thank you for your pitch.
Thank you.
What do you use for input for deciding what the best route is? Do you have any experts working on that or helping out in that?
Could you repeat the question, please? Sorry.
Do you have any experts or something that help with the input in deciding what the best way is to work on the field with the tracker?
Yes, we have farmers who are on our team who tell us what is actually they need. We work with European Space Agency, they help us with GPS, and we work with wider community of developers and precision agriculture specialists.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So our next startup, I wasn't sure how to pronounce this. Piquant. Okay, good. Definitely looking at the slide, it's not the Dutch way, which would be Piquant. Could be something we had earlier. But I would like to introduce you anyway. Piquant. So, thank you.
Hi, my name is Ellie from Piquant. Piquant's technology is inspired to save people from intaking what's harmful in food and drinks. In China, over 300,000 babies were hospitalized for renal failure for drinking melamine-tainted milk. So we came up with this solution, as you see on the right. You pour a little bit of milk in there, close the cap. It will tell you in your app whether it's safe to drink or not. People are living in the constant fear of whether it's safe to drink, safe to eat or not. But Piquant came up with this solution so people can be safe, confident in what they're eating. Our OEM also had this confidence, so they're covering 100% of the production costs and doing the sales for themselves as well to produce and distribute this first product. This was only beginning, as you know. We will continuously develop to scan more things with the same device, and also solid food. So on the other side, that's the food scanner. We're developing for people with allergies, so people can have like peanut allergies or lactose allergies, and then they can use this device to find out whether it's safe for them to eat or not. And working with PhDs and professors from Stanford and UCSF and UC Davis, we also found out that we can apply the same exact technology to monitor glucose level non-invasively. That's the key part. I guess our strength is this expandability, how we can utilize this technology. I didn't tell you about the technology, right? That's the spectroscopy technology, using this optical sensor to detect and then analyze to the molecule level particles. Yes, we are also, these products in line are also in development, ready to launch in about 3 to 6 months. I say 3 to 6 months because it depends on how fast we can hire and how fast we can fundraise. We're looking for partners to stand with, for example, Samsung. Like, we can modify something in the camera and be able to use that camera to do the same thing that the food scanner would do, so we don't have to produce. So I guess the point is that we may not want to be the hardware company. We have the strength of the unique algorithm that we want to remain. So yes, so if you guys have any questions or inquiries, please let me know.
Thank you very much. Any questions here?
Yes, who is then at the end your customer, and what is your yes, and do you make money from merchants or from the consumers?
Yes, we have 2 ways of making money. One is to sell how, when they go onto our app, it has a marketplace where they can purchase what other food ingredients they might want to detect in the food or liquid they're drinking. That's one business model. And then 2 is the sales of the IP, perhaps the product. But there's definitely open discussion for B2B potential. We've talked with electronics companies who came up with this an idea to embed the technology for their refrigerator to let their customers know whether it's safe to eat or not. That's also about potential.
Ewout, I haven't heard anything from you for a while. Do you have any questions?
Sure, thanks. I like it, but why is this now unique? Because there's also other competitors or competition out there that does the same thing. Why is this yours unique? I get the camera thingy, but what's unique about it?
I can say in 3 different ways. 1, we came up with a product. How many of those came up with a product and is selling? Are they selling?
Yes.
Oh, we can have a discussion on the side. And then number 2, as any good startups should do, we are targeting the niche market with our first product, which, it's niche, but it's huge. In China, there are 20 million new babies born every year. We call it niche, but it's a big market for sure. And do I have a time for good?
Well, unfortunately, that's it.
So the last one, as I promised.
One sentence.
It's a unique algorithm. So we are image sensing.
That's more than one sentence. Thank you very much. Thank you. Can I have the microphone back, please? Oh, yeah, you can give it to him. Okay, the next startup that we're going to have up on stage is Qpinch, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, I'm Eric from Qpinch, and we have a radical innovation in industrial energy. In '94, when I discovered the web, I was blown away, and I knew I had to be part of the revolution. And so I did a lot of cool stuff the last 20 years. And last year, when I met Christian and Wouter, our co-founders, for the first time, I felt the same butterflies in my stomach I felt back then in '94. And so I sold my digital agency, and I joined them. Have you ever seen the chimneys? Maybe here outside, the chimneys outside this venue you had blowing steam off yesterday, or when you pass ports or big factories on the highway and you see all the smoke and steam. Actually, that's a lot of waste heat. In Europe alone, there's $50 billion of waste heat above 75 degrees blown away in the sky and in the rivers. 50 billion. That's the CO2 equivalent of 180 million cars. Every year. It's half the cars of Europe. Imagine you could capture 5 or 10% of that potential. That would be a huge cost reduction for industry, but also for the environment. And so what Wouter, our co-founder, did was he was a chemical engineer in the chemical industry, and he thought, how could we do this? And he looked at the human body and how we capture heat and release it at the right place. And that's what he did. He took something from nature and he turned it into an industrial chemical heat pump. And with that, we can capture not 5 or 10%, we can capture 50% of the waste heat that is now blown away forever. Last year, we won the Emerging Technologies Award of the Royal Society of Chemistry, and they liked our invention because of 2 things. 1, it's so simple, it's biomimicry and simple. And 2, it's applicable globally throughout all industries. Every industry virtually has waste heat. We closed $2 million euros in FFF money a few months ago. 1 million with banks. We have an office in Rotterdam and Antwerp. We have a first pilot project in the port of Antwerp. We have a first client in Poland for a 600,000 euro pilot plant, and then it will be rolled out throughout bioethanol plants in Eastern Europe. And we have a second client with a 3 million euro pilot plant in Rotterdam in the petrochemical industry, and if it works, the pilot plant, and of course it will, they will roll it out in 30 plants throughout. And that's just the 2 first in our sales pipeline. So what can you do? If you know people, CEO level people, CEOs, C-level, plant managers, energy managers, they all have the same problem. We have electricity that we can produce, but we cannot produce gas. We need to reduce our gas consumption. Show them our technology, advocate us, hook them up with us. And secondly, become fans and spread the word. Because with our technology, we really can make a dent in CO2 emissions and help climate change.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Judges.
Thanks for your pitch. What is tech? We are all here at the Next Web. What is the tech in your product?
Well, there's 2 components. I come from the UX world, so obviously we're going to do a lot of cool stuff with data, because if you have 1,000 pumps, you have to capture data, do stuff with it. But I focused on the main core product, and that's the tech. The tech is basically you have heat pumps. Usually they are like fridges, mechanically driven. You compress vapors and you expand them. That's a fridge at home, but it uses a lot of energy. You have to put in 30% of electricity, not practical in industry. And we have a chemical heat pump. It works on its own. So basically, you don't have to put in a lot of energy, just a little bit of electricity to pump the fluids around. You capture the waste heat at one side, and then basically half of it you deliver again as process steam, and the other half comes out as cooling. And the net result is that you reduce the gas consumption by 10%. And that's the tech part. It's biotech, chemistry.
Any more questions from the jury?
I can imagine that to get it started with a plant or something, or to build it in, that must be a huge process. How do you convince the clients to actually start with it?
Yeah. Well, our CEO has been a process engineer for 15 years, so he has been building chemical plants. Basically, you use only high-grade standard components, industry standard components, and there's a little bespoke in there. It's all standard available in industry. So basically, it's material that these people know and trust and know that will work. What we have is a patented solution for a chemical fluid to do the heat transfer. And of course, it's under NDA, but the thing is that it's all verifiable and it works, and they can check it, and it's been looked at by. And also something in industry, if you have one project and it works, it becomes industry practice and it's rolled out throughout all industrial assets. That's the way it works.
So I've started to sweat. Can you hook me into the machine and start generating some energy?
Well, join us in Antwerp or Rotterdam, and I'll do something for you.
Okay. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
So our next and last startup for today. After that, we'll have the results be released on the digital innovation stage a little bit later. And they are Jack 45, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a warm hand.
Good afternoon. My name is Michel Tombroff. I'm the CEO of Jack. We live in a world where content is king. We actually call it the information age. And every single day, more than 2 billion people exchange messages with Snapchat, Twitter, Messenger, you name it. I actually do. I'm sure you do. If you think about it, information exchange has become a utility, pretty much like water, like gas, electricity. You need it, you use it every day, but you don't think about it. There is absolutely no emotion connection to the consumption of those devices. Well, for water, it's okay, but for information, it's very sad, because communication between people should be an emotional experience, and we've lost that emotion in instant messaging. So we thought about this at Jack, and we thought, how could we combine the excitement and the value of instant messaging platforms and the internet, and yet recreate an emotional experience? And we found the solution. The solution is time, because any emotion is linked to time, if you think about it. Waiting for the Christmas in front of the Christmas tree for 2 weeks is almost more exciting than the present itself. The first kiss that you had, you'll remember the waiting, not the kiss itself. So Jack is a very, very simple concept, but very powerful application. It's a mobile application to exchange messages with friends. You send a message instantly, the person will receive the message instantly, but you decide how long that person will have to wait before reading the message. You basically see an hourglass, like this red circle, telling you how long you still have to wait before the message is there. This creates a very strong emotional impact on the receiver. The app is available on iOS, Android, and on the web. We launched it confidentially a few months ago. We are now regrouping, collecting the information from the users that we've got. We will monetize in 2 ways, with the consumer-gated features in-app purchases. We have a lot of ideas for that. But the biggest interest that took us actually by surprise comes from the brand. Because the brands see a huge value in communicating with customers and with the market and the fans and the artists, etc., because of this, the value of emotional messaging with the customers. So we're in discussion with the largest retailer in the US, the biggest auction internet site in the US. We're about to launch a very large partnership in Europe with one of the largest telcos. It's not T-Mobile yet, but it's one of those caliber telco. We have a team of 10 people, well, based in Brussels. I'm the CEO, and before being the CEO of Jack, I spent 8 years as the CEO of Soft Kinetic, a company that we sold last year to Sony. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, well, you can stand up on stage. So you built an app to talk to your friends. Interesting.
Well, great presentation. You should definitely come by T-Mobile one day. But what I wanted to know is then you both have to have the Jack app, I take it, or?
No. So if you don't want to install the app, which by the way is free, you can access Jack on the internet.
Okay, but all of the fast communication, WhatsApp, Twitter, whatever, it's not gonna be. It doesn't gonna have the weight. So why would I choose it? Only to, if I have a special message. So always when I have a special message, like a little present message or a compliment or something like that, I would send it via Jack, I take it. I
encourage you to try, because you will see that there are many, many things in life. Actually, we will venture to say everything in life is better said at the right time and with a waiting period. I'll give you one example. My son had his exam results last week. I was in a plane going to TechCrunch in New York. When I landed, I had a jack from him, and I knew it was his exam results. I knew. So I was worried, because I thought if he had succeeded his exam, he would have sent me a snap or a messenger, of course. So I was sure he failed. But I waited 2 days, and I played the game. I didn't call him. When the jack finally opened, I'll show it to you, I have it there. It was him saying, yes! It was a video. I can tell you that was 100 times more powerful than a snap.
Yeah, can imagine.
And it was not necessarily a very profound event. It became profound.
Is there a way where you can integrate this in, so you're saying that, you know, I can open the message on the web, I would imagine, so you would just you would text a link, right, to this other person?
Yes, you still have to wait on the web.
You still have to wait,
It's youhaveajack.com, and I can send you a jack. If you don't have jack today, I'll send it to you to your mobile or to your email address. And either way, you'll get it the way you'd like.
And so what if existing messengers would implement this feature? Because it seems to me that this is a feature of an existing app. How can it be a standalone business?
So we thought very hard about that. We actually talked to Facebook, Snapchat, and those guys. This is so different, so counterculture compared to what they do, that it doesn't make sense to make this an option of an existing app. You know, they would lose their DNA. So, and also it takes a lot of effort and energy to do a waiting app properly, because it's a big bet on the way people will communicate in the future. So we're not too worried about them, but we think that once we reach 50 million users, they'll start paying attention.
Right. Thanks for your pitch.
Thank you very much. That
Thank
was
you.
the last question of the day.